This is an obituary for the deceased celebrities of mid-November 2025. I believe that when death closes our eyes, we stand in a light of which our sunlight is but the shadow. Arthur Schopenhauer coined this sentence full of hope. We share his feelings and imagine that the celebrities that we honor in this video stand now in that light. Pauline Collins died on November 6, 2025, at age 85, leaving behind a legacy that transcended the boundaries between stage and screen, between performance and truth. She was born in Exmouth, Devon, and raised in Wallasey, near Liverpool, a child of Irish ancestry whose own journey, from teacher to internationally celebrated actress, carried the narrative arc of transformation that would define her most celebrated role. Her breakthrough came through television. The parlor-maid Sarah in Upstairs Downstairs opened doors, but it was the character of Shirley Valentine that became inseparable from her identity. On stage in 1988, she won the Laurence Olivier Award and the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play for this role. The 1989 film adaptation brought her further recognition, a BAFTA Award, an Evening Standard British Film Award, and nominations for both an Academy Award and Golden Globe. The character's rebellion against the mundane, her hunger for connection and meaning, resonated because Collins embodied these qualities with such authenticity. Yet, she resisted easy categorization. Her filmography reveals a restless intelligence. She was an Irish-American nun in City of Joy, 1992, a Jewish mother enduring Nazi Hungary in My Mother's Courage, 1995, a wartime captive in Paradise Road, 1997, and in later years she appeared in Quartet, 2012, alongside Maggie Smith and Michael Gambon, and The Time of Their Lives, 2017. Each role demonstrated her refusal to be trapped by any single identity. Her personal life held its own drama. Married to actor John Alderton since 1969, they collaborated professionally throughout their relationship, appearing together in television comedies and dramas. In 1964, she became pregnant and placed her daughter up for adoption, a choice she later reconciled and documented in her 1992 autobiography, Letter to Louise, demonstrating the same courage that characterized her artistic work. Pauline Collins leaves a body of work that speaks to resilience, to the quiet power of choosing authenticity over comfort, and to the redemptive possibility of second chances. Her performances remain a testament to an artist who understood that the best roles are those that reveal something true about being human. Chris Bradley, the bassist, vocalist, and founding architect of the legendary heavy metal band Savage, has passed away following a prolonged illness. Born in Mansfield, England, Bradley entered the music world at 18 years old, channeling the raw energy of bands like Thin Lizzy, UFO, and Deep Purple into something entirely his own. When he and guitarist Andy Dawson reformed Savage in 1978, they ignited a spark that would reverberate across generations of metal musicians worldwide. What began as teenage ambition evolved into something far more consequential. Savage's contribution to metal history crystallized with their 1981 appearance on the compilation album Scene of the Crime, where their track Let It Loose caught the attention of a young Lars Ulrich. That song became foundational to Metallica's emerging sound, influencing the trajectory of thrash metal itself. Bradley's bass work carried both technical precision and emotional weight, anchoring Savage's distinctive blend of hard rock influences into something genuinely innovative. Throughout the decades that followed, from their landmark 1983 debut, Loose and Lethal, through albums like Holy Wars, Babylon, and beyond, Bradley remained the constant heartbeat of the band. Even as lineups shifted and the music industry transformed around them, his commitment to the craft never wavered. In 2020, Bradley suffered 2 significant heart attacks that tested his resilience, yet he demonstrated the same indomitable spirit that had driven him since youth. That was a personal struggle for me, but I am in good hands and have the support of my family and friends. His friendship with Andy Dawson spanned nearly 50 years, a partnership forged in adolescence and tempered through triumph and hardship alike. Theirs was more than a musical collaboration. It was a brotherhood that defined both their lives. Bradley's legacy extends beyond discographies and concert dates. He helped shape the sound that countless musicians would build upon, proving that dedication and authenticity could transcend commercial trends. His bass lines still resonate through speakers worldwide, carrying the voice of a man who refused to compromise his vision. John Tagliabue, who led the National Football League through one of its most consequential eras as commissioner from 1989 to 2006, died on November 9, 2025, at his home in Chevy Chase, Maryland. He was 84. The cause was heart failure and complications from Parkinson's disease. Born in Jersey City, New Jersey, Mr. Tagliabue arrived at the NFL Commissioner's Office as a meticulous lawyer from Covington and Burling, bringing an unexpected intellectual rigor to professional sports governance. During his 17 years in office, he expanded the league from 28 to 32 franchises, adding the Panthers, Jaguars, Browns, and Texans, reshaping the NFL's geographic and economic footprint across America. His tenure transcended the business of football. In 1993, he moved Super Bowl 27th from Arizona to California in protest of the state's rejection of a Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, wielding the league's influence as a moral instrument. When terrorists attacked the World Trade Center and Pentagon in 2001, Mr. Tagliabue canceled an entire week of games, understanding that some moments demanded pause over profit. His stewardship of New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina embodied compassionate leadership. He convinced Saints owner Tom Benson to keep the franchise in Louisiana, recognizing that the team's return was essential to the city's spirit and recovery. This decision reflected his conviction that sports carried meaning beyond statistics and scores. Mr. Tagliabue's ambitions extended globally through the World League of American Football and later NFL Europe, seeking to plant the sport's roots on new soil. His efforts earned him election to the Pro Football Hall of Fame Centennial Class in 2020. Beyond football, he served as chairman of Georgetown University's board from 2009 to 2015, returning to his alma mater where he had captained the basketball team and graduated as class president in 1962. He earned his law degree from New York University with honors in 1965. He is survived by his wife, Chandler Minter, whom he married in 1965, a son and daughter, and 3 grandchildren. Mr. Tagliabue will be remembered as a commissioner who understood that leadership meant more than managing a game. It meant advancing justice. Leonard Randolph Wilkens, who died on November 9th at his home in Medina, Washington, at the age of 88, left an indelible mark on basketball and the broader landscape of American sports. Born in Brooklyn's Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood in 1937, he rose from New York streets to become one of the most accomplished figures in NBA history. His play-in career, spanning 15 seasons, saw him become a 9-time All-Star and the 1971 All-Star Game MVP. At retirement in 1975, he ranked second in career assists behind only Oscar Robertson. Across 1,077 regular season games, Wilkens scored 17,772 points. As a coach, Wilkens redefined longevity and consistency. Over 32 seasons, he compiled 1,296 victories across 8 franchises. His crowning achievement came in 1979 when he guided the Seattle Supersonics to the NBA championship. 12 years later, he became the 1994 NBA Coach of the Year. In 1995, he surpassed Red Auerbach's record for most career coaching wins, a milestone he held for nearly 15 years. His impact extended beyond professional basketball into American sporting mythology. As an assistant coach on the legendary 1992 U.S. Olympic Dream Team, he contributed to one of sport's most transformative moments. 4 years later, he returned as head coach of the 1996 Olympic gold medal team, cementing his role in American basketball's golden era. These experiences earned him 3 separate Hall of Fame inductions: as a player in 1989, as a coach in 1998, and as part of the Dream Team in 2010. The son of an African-American father and Irish-American mother, Wilkens embodied a bridge-building spirit, reflecting both his personal heritage and his journey across franchises and communities. He remained married to Marilyn Reed for 63 years, raising 3 children and welcoming 7 grandchildren. Through the Lenny Wilkens Foundation for Children, he channeled his success toward serving youth, completing a life devoted to teaching others the game he loved. Richard Simon Darbyshire left an indelible mark on popular music and the lives of countless artists he mentored and collaborated with. The English singer, songwriter, and producer who shaped the sound of the 1980s with Living in a Box passed away on November 10, 2025, at the age of 65. His journey began in the industrial heartland of the North, but fate drew him eastward to Japan at 13, where American military radio stations opened his ears to songs of Marvin Gaye, Al Green, and Curtis Mayfield. He returned to Manchester transformed, a young man who had heard something in those songs that refused to leave him. He studied literature at Oxford, played with forgotten bands on the Northern Circuit, but it was in 1985 that the world recognized him when he became the voice of Living in a Box. For 5 years, his voice carried that band's distinct energy across the globe, their music capturing something essential about the decade. When artistic differences ended that chapter, Darbyshire became something more subtle and more profound, a craftsman working in shadows. Behind the scenes, his talent shaped the records of generations. He composed for The Temptations, arranged for Lisa Stansfield, wrote for Jennifer Rush, Level 42, and James Last. His 1994 solo album, How Many Angels, stood as his own voice, uncompromised and searching. Yet even as a solo artist, he remained generous, opening songwriting workshops in London to teach younger musicians the language of melody and emotion he had mastered. Richard Darbyshire understood something fundamental, that music exists not to glorify the composer, but to move the listener. He is leaving behind thousands of moments where his voice or his pen touched someone's heart, a legacy measured not in chart positions, but in the souls he reached and the artists he elevated.
Sally Kirkland's life embodied the spirit of artistic risk-taking that defined post-war American culture. Born in New York City in 1941 to a mother who shaped fashion through Life and Vogue magazines, Kirkland inherited a sensibility attuned to beauty, innovation, and cultural significance. Her journey from off-Broadway stages to Andy Warhol's Factory Circle positioned her at the very epicenter of 1960s artistic experimentation, at a time when few women dared such vulnerability in the name of art. As one of the first American actresses to appear nude on stage in Sweet Eros 1968, Kirkland challenged conventions not for shock value, but as an extension of artistic authenticity. This courageous foundation would inform her entire career across more than 250 film and television productions. For decades, Kirkland appeared in countless productions, often in supporting roles that built a foundation of steady, trusted presence in Hollywood. Then came 1987 and Anna, a performance that crystallized her gifts into something undeniable. Critics recognized her portrayal of an aging European actress with a depth and nuance that transcended the modest independent film. The Golden Globe, the Independent Spirit Award, The Los Angeles Film Critics Association honor and an Academy Award nomination followed. The Washington Post called her performance superb. Yet Kirkland's influence extended far beyond her credits. She became a mentor to an extraordinary generation: Sandra Bullock, Barbra Streisand, Liza Minnelli, Dwight Yoakam, and Roseanne Barr learned their craft under her guidance. Her activism on behalf of women harmed by breast implants, her spiritual work as an ordained minister, and her painting demonstrated a woman unwilling to be confined to any single identity. She refused easy categorization, choosing instead to live as a complete artist. Sally Kirkland died in Palm Springs, California, on November 11, 2025, at age 84, after a period of dementia that dimmed but could not erase the brilliance of her contributions to American cinema and culture.
Micheal Ray Richardson, who passed away November 11, 2025, left an indelible imprint on basketball. Born in Lubbock, Texas, and raised in Denver, Colorado, his love for the sport already showed at Manual High School and the University of Montana. Selected 4th overall in the 1978 NBA draft, he entered the professional arena with the New York Knicks, quickly establishing a reputation for dazzling playmaking and relentless defensive pressure. Seasons with Golden State Warriors and New Jersey Nets showcased a blend of creativity and intensity that thrilled fans across the United States. Richardson's personality resonated through fierce competitiveness, a willingness to mentor younger teammates, and unfiltered honesty on and off the hardwood. The arc of his career was marked by both triumph and turbulence. Personal challenges led to a lifetime ban from the NBA in 1986, a decision that altered his path but did not extinguish his passion for basketball. Embracing opportunities abroad, he continued to compete in Europe, winning titles with Virtus Bologna and Olympique Antibes, demonstrating that his love for the sport transcended borders. After hanging up his sneakers, he turned to coaching, guiding teams such as Albany Patroons, Lawton Fort Sill Cavalry, and London Lightning to championships, and inspiring players with deep knowledge of the game. Family anchored his later years. He shared a home in Lawton, Oklahoma, with his wife Kimberly, their children, and a circle of grandchildren who remembered him for gentle humor and unwavering support. His son Amir pursued a professional football career, reflecting the athletic spirit that ran through the family. In his community, Richardson was known for youth clinics, charitable work, and a commitment to giving back to the sport that defined his life. Though his battle with prostate cancer ultimately claimed his life, the legacy he leaves behind endures in the memories of fans, former teammates, and countless young athletes who were touched by his mentorship. The basketball world mourns the loss of a resilient figure whose journey from the streets of Denver to the global stage remains a testament to perseverance and the enduring power of the game.
Even though their voices have now fallen silent, their works, deeds, and memories live on in us. Our thoughts are with the families, friends, and fans. Follow the link to the right to see a secular requiem that honors celebrities who died in October 2025. A like and subscription would greatly help the channel. Thank you.